Hey everybody, welcome. It's Connie from Stitiches Podcast. You'll notice my sidekick Wendy is missing for today. Just give you some information about that in a bit, about where she's at. Now it looks like the camera's crooked. I'm gonna drive myself crazy. Anyway, it's weird to be doing this and not have anybody to bounce ideas off of, and I'm sweating, so that's disturbing. Let me see. So it's March 21st. This is our podcast number 3. We were hoping to do it sooner, but we've had a few things that have gotten us sidetracked. So Wendy, which I'm sure you'll all miss her because I certainly do. This was a weird sensation trying to put this together myself because she's the organized one. So she usually organizes me and then I just show up and do what she tells me to do. So I'm the camera person. I know what to do with that. Anyway, she's been undergoing some treatment in the hospital for some skin cancer that is not going to kill her, but is very, very unpleasant. And she's feeling quite lousy, and of course she's just not feeling up to it. And I don't know when she'll be back, but I hope to be able to continue myself for a little while and have some guest podcasters on with me because it's lonely by myself. So just bear with me today and I'll do the best I can. We all know what's going on outside. It's crazy and terrifying, and all we can do is trust that everything's going to be all right, do what we're told to do. Don't take anything for granted, including going to the convenience store because for a bag of chips, no less. Because now it's not the easiest. They're open, but it's maybe not the safest thing to be doing. So it's weird to be living like this. I enjoy this slower pace, but I have this constant unease that follows me around every day, all day, that I don't know, I just can't relax, even though I should be relaxing. And it's hot, the sun's blazing in, I hope the light is good. What I'm wearing, let's see, we'll go to that. I'm wearing my V-neck, which is showing my bra. If I knit it again, I would knit a smaller size. I knit it in Sweet Georgia flaxen silk, and it's beautiful. It's a big square with sleeves. In pink, of course. What else? Although I have discovered I do look good in mauve too, because I wash my hair with blue shampoo every other day, and it's picking up a little hint of blue, and it looks really good with mauve. So that's my new color that I'm going to start buying in yarn to knit sweaters. Okay, so I've knit this for quite a while, but it's more like a transitional piece, and I really like it. It's super comfortable, and I put with it this scarf. I'm not sure, I've knit this a really long time ago. I was just looking for something interesting to cover the huge V-neck, and so I came across this in my drawer, and I know I did knit it. It's a single ply, and I think it might be Tanis Fiber Arts single ply, and I'm not sure the pattern, but it's knit you start at one end, knit to the middle, start at the other end, knit to the middle, and then graft the stitches together. So, which was okay to do as far as I remember. Oh shoot, I forgot my Color Riot shawl, which I've shown pictures of, so I may dash off or yell to somebody in the house. So we've been planning to podcast for a while, and I had a few things planned to say and things that I have sort of acquired, and so one of the things are these amazing little stitch markers. I have some from a company called Cakery Bakery, and they have an Etsy shop, and I'll tag everything below. I think you're right, Christina, we should all have tag below t-shirts. So I don't know if you can see it. That's showing. It's a little piece of apple pie with ice cream melting all over it. And they're from a company called Cakery Bakery. I have a little jelly sandwich from them too. Looks like, no, looks like you can see it, but I'm not sure. I will only know once I look at the video. And when Wendy was at Rhinebeck, she got me some Sucra ones. I think one I'm using, but there's a couple Christmas ones here. A little gingerbread. Oops. What's wrong with me? A little gingerbread and a little Christmas tree. So I'm not sure. Doesn't look like they're coming in very clear, but, and the little gingerbread guy. So, and it's weird because I don't use them actually. I keep them in my nice little tin with all my other favorite ones, and I never use them because I want to keep them for special. One of the ladies at work made this. We have one of our girls in our knitting group has been battling leukemia. And so when she first started battling, her and her daughter made these little stitch markers for us with the orange that signifies leukemia. We all got those. And I thought there was something else. There's another one I had. I'll find it somewhere else. Anyway, so Sucra, I'll link it below, but Cakery Bakery ships very quickly and is a Canadian company, so does a really cute job on things. I haven't looked at her site for quite a long time, but a lot of us at the Knitting Loft have purchased these, and they're really cute. So the other thing is I don't have any way to mark my, where is it? My knitting. So I saw this, oh, there they are. I saw this on, who does this? Stitch Together. And it's just, let me turn this up a bit. There, hello. I swear from time to time, so I'll just tell you that. I'm not gonna filter myself, but I'll just tell you that. And I think that the F word is extremely useful in many, many cases that people don't realize if you don't say it. It can signify joy, sadness, anger, lots of things. Useful word. Anyway, these are little tags that I got to mark my knitting gifts, and it said, "This took effing forever, hand wash or I will cut you." So I don't know if you can see them or not. I don't know how. Usually we don't have a problem with that. There. So I added those into my sweaters and things, particularly the ones that are gifts. And I've handed a few out at the Knitting Loft too. So, because that's how I feel about my knitting. If somebody wrecks it in the first wash, it upsets me horribly, like anybody. And the other thing, this was way back to Christmas, I had found a Canadian site online for vegan tags for the hats that I knit, and they're from Unwrapped Yarn, and I'll tag those as well. And I didn't get them personalized, but the next time I do it, I would. But it just says handmade with love, and it's a little heart. And then it comes with all the things that you need to attach it to the hat. It's very simple. They just screw on, and then they screw off to make it easy to wash them. So I made sure to tell everybody that got a tag to take off take them off before they wash them. But they're all vegan, so that was a good purchase in my labels. And then somewhere, I forget how long it's been, but I have a little leather bag from Sandy by the Lakeside. My husband, I said to him the other night, "Could you pick up that leather bag for me?" He goes, "That's not really leather, is it?" And I said, "Yes, it is." And that seemed to disturb him slightly, that I was moving on from cloth to leather, but she does beautiful work with leather. And it's a really great bag. It's usually the one that I pop in my, whatever project I'm working on. It has all my stuff that I need. So I use it a lot. So it's got the little embossed scissors. I don't know if you can see them, but it's a great little bag. Another one I like, I got this from Cocoa Knits, and this is just an expansion. I don't know, I'm not good at organizing my little notions, and I wish I was better at it. But I really like this because it opens up to this and it folds up, and it has elastic and just closes up, and it's just not too big for your bag. And it has extra stitch markers, needle, the things to put on the end of a needle so the stitches don't fall off. So it's been really useful since I got it. And just to always have extra of everything, you know. I like fine yarn and fine tools, so I'm always up for that. Nothing. Okay, so that's it. I also have, and I was supposed to put it on, my In Stitches podcast tag that I got from Katrinkles. We put in a big order from the Knitting Loft with our name tags, and I actually also asked for the In Stitches podcast ones, so they got those. Wendy and I have those. So if you see us at an event, if there are ever events again, that we'll be wearing these so that you know who we are and what our podcast is called. So let me see. I have a finished object. I've never ever tried 2 at a time socks, and so this was the first time ever I did, and it was a Tanis yarn pure wool, I believe, that I had in my stash. You know what? I don't have the light on. Maybe that's the problem. How about that? Can't do it. Anyway, the light from behind the camera is not on. Just noticed now after 11 minutes and 47 seconds. But these are they were really great, and they were my first try it 2 at a time socks. There's a lot of good podcasts or YouTube videos that helped, and Flueberry Knits, I think she's on Instagram. She helped me enormously. She's a knitting machine, and she knits all her socks incredibly quickly and all 2 at a time. And even though it was longer to knit them, there was some level of satisfaction to know that they were done. When I cast off, they were done. There was nothing else to do. So that was satisfying. Just block them and put them away. So again, pink, what else? My husband said, who are they for? He doesn't know me, 22 years. He doesn't know that these could probably be for me. Anyway, so that's that. That's only one finished project because I'm having, I have my color riot, so I'll have to get that. I'm having a really hard time focusing. So because I'm casting on millions of things all at the same time. What's this? And I'm buying yarn. I'm helping the economy. I am. Tried this week, I think I bought from 2 or 3 different stores, trying to make sure everybody stays in business. Oh, there's my other little sandwich stitch marker. So one of the ladies that we knit with on Saturday, her daughter's very crafty, and she started making these little, this is a sandwich with tomato, like a sub, I guess, tomato, lettuce, and some meat. So we got those from her. I would like to support young entrepreneurs. And then I've been buying, why do I have this in my bag? Oh, that's not the right bag. I've been buying, okay, so I've been working on changing tacks here. I've been working on Once in Floral, and it was my goal to get it finished to go to Knit City in Montreal and meet Vincent and get my picture taken with him and enhance the road to being famous. Anyway, and when it got canceled, it just popped my balloon. I've hardly touched it. I take it out when it's mindless knitting because there's a lot of body knitting to do, but it's knit with Annie Perrin, MCN, that I got when we went to, where was that? In Quebec too. I forget where it was. So there's a lot of knitting that needs to happen on the body, but it's coming okay. So, except that Wendy told me that my little pink roses looked like fluffy sheep, and that kind of also stalled me a bit because I wondered if I should take it out and redo them, but I decided against it. I thought people can just think they're fuzzy sheep. I don't care. It's a great, really nice and soft yarn to work with. I am alternating skeins with helical knitting, which is so good and so easy to do. And I highly recommend it. I have other sweaters that I've just been too lazy, I won't do it. And this one I thought I wanted to do a good job, and so I started doing it, and I'm really glad that I did, because there is a pretty significant difference in these two balls. I don't know if you can see, but one's quite dark and one's light, so it's been working really well. Emma, can you get my shawl out of the basket in the bedroom? It's my daughter, Emma, who's gonna come out here and look at me like her mother is a freak. She's probably gonna. And the bag is the Knitting Loft fabric was exclusive to us from Delphina. The bag, and I love her bags. She does a lot of, I don't know what it's called inside, but maybe fusing or something that makes it really stand up, and so it's easy to reach in and out of. Has a great nylon handle that comes on and off, and this was, thanks, she's laughing at me. This was designed specifically for the Knitting Loft, this color. I can't, everything represents something to do with the Loft, their philosophy, and it was really, it's a really beautiful bag. Anyway, so that's holding my Once in Floral. So then I also finished, she's in the fridge, I'm in the kitchen, stop it, don't make noise. I finished my Color Riot, I think it's called Color Riot shawl. So it's monstrous. So I'll just pass it along like that. And it's knit in, the minis are Hue Loco minis in Game of Thrones. And the bottom is La Bien-Aimée. And then I was short on the cast off, so I went to my stash and I found this brilliant purple that I know is a La Bien-Aimée purple, but I'm not sure where I got it from. So the only place it appears is in the I-cord bind off, but I thought it worked, and haven't quite managed to get it on in a way that I like, but it's really beautiful. Makes me feel comfortable. So those are the things that, well, the two things I finished, and then I'm working on the Once in Floral. But in my quest to be, I'm in my effort to try and settle down and organize myself to do some knitting, I'm having a hard time settling on something. So I don't know about this light. I'm annoyed, I forgot to turn the light on. Anyway, I don't know where I don't even know how to turn it on. I thought the computer turned it on. Apparently not. Anyway, sorry. And there's so much every day. There's new patterns on Ravelry, and I just continually buy patterns, and then I go looking for the yarn for them, which is ridiculous. So the other two things, I have to tell you a funny story. My husband works about 15 minutes from the Knitting Loft. So this morning, he's been twice this week for me. This morning, he said, Connie, how does it end up that Maria just hands me the bags and I leave? How do they get paid for? I went, oh, we have a special arrangement. And he was like, I said, well, would you have paid for them? Well, I suppose, but I wondered how it happens that you just call her, you just get yarn, and then I show up and she gives it to me. It seems very simple to do, and it is. They're offering great service at the Knitting Loft right now. And so what I do is I go online and I order, and you can have a pickup option. Then I text my husband and say, there's yarn at the Knitting Loft for me. Could you go and pick it up? And he does, and then it arrives and everybody's happy. Well, maybe he's not happy, but that doesn't matter. Well, it matters, but you know what I mean. Anyway, so I'm doing my very first test knit. I've never done a test knit before. It's for Andrea Patron. She did Mariner's Daughter, which is just a stunning, stunning. It's an offset rectangle, I think, but stunning shawl with flowers, and it's just a beautiful shawl. She's a prolific designer. She puts so much into her patterns and tries, they're always unique and different and something to learn, even an old knitter like me. So I'll just flash you, I have it doesn't say anything here, but I hope I'm not breaking any rules, Andrea. Just flash you the picture. So it's knit in this beautiful, linen from, I know it's from Durham Natura, actually. So in this beautiful colors called Cypress. Then I got it from the Knitting Loft. They don't have all the colors in yet, so it's not on their website. It is a little bit of a pain in the butt to work with. Being linen, it's really slippery and it sticks on itself. So I had a really rough time with the first ball. So next time I will just put this ball right on my holder and not fool around trying to wind it, because I tried to wind it and that caused me a whole day of trying to untangle it. It was annoying. So anyway, I got this at the Knitting Loft too. So it just holds your yarn and doesn't tangle. So even as it comes off, there's no tangling of the yarn. So it's really saved me. So this is a wound ball of it, but the next one I have to do, I can just put the ball right on, so it'll make it easier. It's a really nice color to work with. And here's another look at what it's coming to. So it's going to be a really quick knit, I think. I knit on it a bit this morning. I'm almost at a spot of transition. So, and I'm really enjoying it. I do wish I'd had wooden needles in the appropriate sizes, because I think that would have stopped some of the slipping, but whatever. I can make it work. So that's that. And then what else? But there's other parts of that too. So before the pattern was ready, Andrea sent me some of the parts that had to be started, that have to be included, which are these little flowers, which are so cute. I need to do 45 of them. And so it's a good thing, a good distraction actually. It was a good distraction because they're quick. I think I'm almost halfway there. So it's, and they're in Chelsea Yarns Pink Peony. I know Andrea used single ply, but I only had the fingering weight, so I used that. So that is, that's those. So those are attached, and then there's these other little buds that you have to attach, and it's all so cute, and I love the look of it, and it looks like it's going to be really great and can be worn in any kind of weather. So, and green is a new color for me, so I don't typically knit in that color, but I don't know if you can see. I take a bunch of little flowers out. It looks great with this yarn. Let's see if it works. Oh, no. Can you see? Whoops. I don't know. The color really looks nice with cypress. It makes it look like a garden background with the flowers. So really, really thrilled, and so thrilled to have her let me do it. I've never done one before, and I was concerned working under a deadline and things like that, but I think I'll be able to manage and get it done. And it's something new to take my mind off. Oh, there's the other part of my knit thing. That's why that's happened. There. That's the... Do you wonder how I get dressed in the morning and manage to, pull my life together, actually sell houses to people, because I can't put my yarn tools back together? So this just spins around and eliminates the ball collapsing on itself. I forget what it's called, but they do have them at the Knitting Loft, and they are very handy, I have to say. And that's another picture. Here's a little picture of the, I think it says, here's another picture of the little baubles that you have to make to sew. They represent little buds. So I haven't started those yet. Andrea sent me some of the stuffing in the mail, so I haven't been to get it yet, but I think it probably is there. And this again is another Delphina bag. It has the ice cream cones with their balls of yarn, and then what else? I got this at I've already said the name once. I worry about myself. Maybe I'm getting Alzheimer's or something. Was in Quebec. Anyway, that's where I got it from her, and I love it. And again, this one's seen a bit more use than the other one, and so you see that it does still stand up, which is great, because when the bags collapse, it's a pain in the butt. So that's that. Knitting I plan to cast on, I don't know, 7,000 things. There's a new, I think it's the Zelda t-shirt. It's from Primrose, I think it's Primrose Yarns. Saw it on Ravelry. I don't have the picture, I don't think. I got my husband's phone though, because I did download a few pictures. He's gonna wonder how they turned up. Let me see. Of things I do want to knit, and lots of other people are knitting too. One is the Sorrel sweater by Wool and Pine, and it's in two fingering and lace weight held together to make a DK. Or if you don't like mohair, you can automatically just you can just use a DK yarn. You wouldn't get obviously the same effect, but I copied quite a few of the pictures. This one's beautiful. It's like a sunset. And then there's one of my favorite podcasters. This is the original colorway, it looks like, in the green. It's gorgeous. So it's faded, but everybody's fading it differently. This is Jackie from Caddy Jack's podcast. So she did hers, and she actually faded yarn, but I know Caitlin did one, and I don't think there's any pictures, but Caitlin did one, and she didn't fade yarn, she faded the mohair, and it was stunning. So I think that's what I want to do when I do it. And then, let me see, where did these go? I don't know where they went. I don't even know where his camera is on this phone. There. The other thing I want to do is these baby rompers, and that was another purchase from the Knitting Loft. I'm just going to move for 1 second and open up a blind to see if I can get some better light in here. Just excuse me 1 second. Hope I don't fall on my face. Make it better or worse? Then my neighbors can see how crazy I am just talking to myself. I don't know, is that better? I'm really upset about that light. I didn't notice. Would have had Wendy here, she would have told me. Maybe it's a battery or something that's out, I'm not sure. It's not great, but anyway, sorry. So the other thing I want to knit are these lacy rompers. Maria was doing we were doing a Zoom meeting with one of the girls at the Knitting Loft. We're missing each other in our knit nights, so we decided to do a Zoom knit along or knit night, and Maria was working on this little baby baby romper that I just thought was the cutest thing ever. And I have two twin boys. One of my very best friends from school, her first grandchildren are twin grandsons. So I thought this would be really cute, these little rompers, to make for the summer for them. They spent a lot of time up at their cottage, which I'm sure they're going to do with the babies. So it's really cute. It's Pippi Eve patterns, and the pattern is called Lacy Romper. So of course, I had to make a purchase. Because Maria they have new yarn there, which is really nice. It's Rowan Summerlight DK, and it's made with Egyptian cotton. 100% cotton. This color, I think is, I don't know if they had named their colors. It's kind of a sprout colorway, and I'm going to do them both the same for both boys, but I'm going to do the patterns on the front differently. And I might just find them some white onesies to go under them so they're not so so they're not so exposed to the sun, etc. Although if you have a look at these patterns, there's a really cute little sweater. There's lots of cute little baby designs that makes me want to rush and buy all the colors and knit all the yarn and knit all the patterns. And then finally, I ordered my pom-pom magazine from the Knitting Loft. And I do really want to knit that sweater on the front, I think. Wow, it's all sealed up. I don't want to open it yet. So I'll just show you in the package. But this sweater here, I really want to knit. I want to get linen dresses. I'll dress the same all summer long. Linen dresses and summer sweaters over top. So if anybody knows, I know that some people in the shop got some really beautiful linen dresses made to measure last year, so I would love to get those again. So that's coming up. I don't think I'll cast it on until I actually get a little further in the fleur. The pattern is called Fleur et Bouton from Andrea, so I think I'll wait a little bit for that. And then I'm also, I don't know what it is, I'm also addicted to Hugh Loco's chickens. Every week, I think this month, there's 4 chickens. Every week this month, she has put out a chicken set that matches a particular breed of chicken, which I am fascinated by it because I didn't realize that there were all these different kinds of chickens. My experience has been white chickens, so I wasn't sure, but they're stunning. I mean, I've seen other more exotic looking chickens, but she's obviously thoroughly researched this. So so her sock sets come with 2 minis and a full skein. So this is the full skein of sock yarn. I don't know, I'm so sorry about the light. I'm not stopping now at 32 minutes. And it's called, because I keep my tags, it's the Silver Duckwing Araucana. So, so this is the main color. So this will be the body of the sock. And then she's done a really light peach and a gray mauve to go with it. So it's just stunning, absolutely beautiful. And so that's in my knitting sock bag, so I can cast on. I'm not sure, I'm thinking I'm going to cast on 2 at a time again, but I'm not sure. I actually have 2 sets of Damiens. I thought I would knit ribbing, leg. So, because the idea of dividing these 2 in half, and it just seemed like too much work to me. So I thought I might do it that way. Like there are being done 2 at a time, but they're consecutive. They're not. So each part, I finish one part and do the other part on the other sock. So I'm not sure. They're a while from probably being cast off. There's 3 more coming in the mail to me. So I managed to get, I think there's 4. So I got all 4 of the chickens, and the roosters start getting released this week. So that's Hugh Loco. She's a genius. I really love the colors that she does. So that's that. And this is in another bag from where's that one came from? Stitched Together. I had to have it. This says, I'm a ray. I shouldn't really say it. It has a swear word, but we're all adults here. I'm a ray of fucking sunshine. I don't know if it actually is, I don't know if it reads backwards or not. I don't know. But anyway, so this is my little sock sack, and I got it from them. And I absolutely bought it because of the fabric, because that's how I feel sometimes. I'm just a ray of sunshine. Or not. More often than not. What else? What else? I think that's it. That's all I have for knitting. I didn't want to go too long by myself. There's a few things I'm planning to knit. One is the sorrel, which I have pictures of that as well. I showed you pictures. I'm planning to knit that. And the new one, Zelda. I think it's called Zelda from Primrose. And I love that one too. Although I'm trying to get into my husband's phone with my code. It's not going to work. I think I didn't put any pictures of it, but look, I'll link it below, and it has been released on Ravelry, and some companies are doing kits for it. So you can have a look at, what's available or choose your own. That's always a fun thing to do. So I guess that's it. Oh, one more thing. So I decided that we're all feeling kind of glum and blue. So I thought it would be fun to have a giveaway. So to win the giveaway, it's a random number generator, and you have to comment and subscribe to the podcast. So you have to do both, and I'll be checking, and then we'll do, I'll do a random number generator, assign a number to everyone, just in case you commented but you didn't subscribe, you wouldn't be entered into the draw. So comment and subscribe to our podcast. Please, also the other thing I want to ask, if you have any words of inspiration or uplifting messages for Wendy, please post them below as well. I know she'd really appreciate reading them, and I know she probably, I hope she misses podcasting with me, because I certainly miss podcasting with her. But as I said, I am next time, and I'm going to try to do it more often while we're in this position. So, the next time I'll be having a guest with me. So I'm not sure who yet. I've been talking to a few different people. And so once I figured out, that lapping in the background, I have an old golden. He's 11, bless his heart. And he's drinking. His name's Rocky. I shouldn't have commented. So the giveaway is Panda Party Zest Fingering 80/20 Merino Nylon 425 yards from Ginger Snap. And that is a hand dyer in Calgary, Alberta. And she and her husband actually do this full time. They've been traveling around the country. So I thought that I would give that away. And it's a cream colored base with black and pops of really, really vibrant colors. And so they'll make some really fun socks for someone. So in order to be eligible to win this prize, you have to comment and subscribe to our website, comment and subscribe to our podcast. You can find me at Connie Meek on Ravel or on Instagram, or at Stitiches Podcast, or on Ravelry on Pickup Sticks, and I still haven't set up a group yet for our podcast, so I'm not really sure yet what to do. But anyway, I'm getting texts. I hope you can't see them too. So anyway, be sure to try and enter your name and subscribe. We welcome all the new subscribers, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I've tried my best by myself. I really miss you, Wendy. I wish for all the knitters to stay safe, do what you're told, and we'll get through this together with our needles one stitch at a time. So have a great rest of the weekend, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.